home. Okay, let's keep going. If I do find myself in a civil suit, I need you to go ahead and provide for me the civil trial defense that's needed. And then we know that wonderful IRS, so if any of you work for them, God bless you, we love you too. But if I do get audited by the IRS, I need you to provide for me that audit assistance that's needed. Now, I know your law firm, you guys are usually open until about 5 p.m. Maybe you might stretch it till 6, but after hours, if I find myself in a situation where the police get involved, or I might find myself in a domestic situation, my children might be taken away from me, I need to call an emergency hotline for your law firm, and there needs to be an attorney that answers the phone within the next 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, that was a lot, right? Was that a mouthful? By the way, I'm not done. Also, if I'm going to purchase a home, I'm going to lease a property, I need you to review all those documents for me before I go ahead and sign it, and also advise me as needed. Give me up to 5 online notarizations a year, unlimited number of e-signatures. How many children do I have? 5. My wife ain't going nowhere, y'all. However, if she was, and I find myself in an uncontested divorce or separation or name change situation, I need your law firm to fully represent me. All right, sir. How much would you charge me monthly for all these things? Give me a figure. He said, man, I got bosses, this one's a lot. Give me a number.
Yeah, probably like 20,000.
20,000? Mm-hmm. 20,000 a month. Mm-hmm. So when I heard that, I would actually expect someone to tell me 20,000 a month. Y'all, it lost me when it said 24/7 emergency access. I said, you can't afford me. It ain't happening, right? But it should be thousands a month. However, with this service, it's not hundreds, it's not thousands, it's only $39.95 a month. When I saw this, and then it was explained to me the shared economy process, I said, don't even say no more, Westside. Because I really just saw how these services can really be a blessing. On top of that as well, we do protect business owners, okay? So if you do own a business, your business faces legal matters just about every single day, all right? And we give you any of these different situations that you might be going through, you now have access to our law firm with our business plans. Now with our business plans, for those that are business owners, we simply ask you 3 questions. Number 1, do you do your business both in-state and out-of-state, or just in-state only? Then we ask, how many authorized users do you want to have access to be able to make decisions on your business's behalf by calling the law firm? And then lastly, what fits your budget? So as you can see on here, we are able to support and to help business owners, and that also gives us a peace of mind. For me, myself, I am a business owner. I do own a business with Holland. So we do commercial hauling. I had a client that owed me $3,000. They didn't pay me for 90 days. So usually in those kind of situations, if I'm going to hire an attorney, guess what the attorney's going to charge me? A retainer. Yep. Not even just to stop, not even to do anything, just to start the process of retainer. And then after I get my money, guess what they charge afterwards? A percentage. Mm-hmm. However, I have this service with Legal Shield for my business. All I pay is my simple monthly, and I got my $3,000 back in 10 days. Okay. 10 days. They put together a strong collection letter and they sent it straight to that company. The same company that was ghosting me in 10 days sent me the check and then called me and said, Mr. Peter, we just want to confirm that you received the check. We're so sorry for the delay. And then I said, it's okay, I received the check. However, it's very unfortunate that I had to get my law firm involved. Oh, sir, we're so sorry. It's okay. We hope that everything's well. It's well. Y'all know it felt real good when I say get my law firm involved. I would say my law firm like I can afford a whole law firm. But hey, I got my law firm involved. All right, so we're here able to help businesses. All right, we know that data breach has gone to an incredible high, right? And usually when it comes to crime, you're innocent until proven. You're innocent until proven. Guilty. However, when it comes to identity theft, you're guilty until proven innocent. Why? Your identity's already been compromised. And so now you have to be able to fight that and really see, how do I make this thing work? I have a question for all of you. How much do you think is made worldwide through cybercrime? Give me a figure. What's it called?
1 trillion.
1 trillion. A billion. I'm gonna skip you, Miss Edith, for a second. Mr. Emmanuel.
Maybe about $1.5 billion.
$1.5 billion, and now Miss Edith.
I'd say about 3 billion.
About 3 billion. Cybercrime is a $10.5 trillion industry. I told you I work for a big company by the name of Comcast, right? Cisco, who handles a whole lot of what happens with routers and with firewalls and things like that, that's the company that did this research regarding cybercrime. So when you look at the world economies, the United States, #1, China, #2, followed by cybercrime. Cybercrime is #3. Cybercrime is more profitable than the global drug trade.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? So when it comes to your identity, ladies and gentlemen, it's not about if I'm going to get hacked. It's all going to be about
When?
when I get hacked. So what does our ID Shield do to protect you? We do address, social security number, bank accounts, credit cards, driver's licenses, emails, medical IDs, passports, phone numbers, gamer tags, mother's maiden name, usernames, MPI numbers for those in the health field, crypto wallets, and business licenses. I said, wow. Very, very robust protection. How many of you have something like a LifeLock, or you've heard about LifeLock, right? Right? When I want you to do me this favor, if you do have something that is protecting your identity, call them and ask all these questions. Do you protect all this? They're gonna be like, I'm not too sure. Right? At that point in time, probably a good idea to say, you know what, let me look into ID Shield and see how I can protect myself. So we also provide you with your very own VPN so that if you're in a public space, you can keep your IP information private and not have any issues with hackers. You also have access to licensed investigators that are able to research on your behalf should any situation happen. Also, how many of you guys get those wonderful spam calls? Spam likely, all those different bits and pieces. Right, so what are we doing? We're monitoring your phone number, your emails on the dark web, and we're showing you and telling you where it's appearing so you can go and have it removed. When I had ID Shield, before I had ID Shield, I was getting, remember I said I'm a business owner, so I have other business phones. So I was getting anywhere between 20 to 30 spam calls a day. With ID Shield, it's dropped down to no more than 3 to 5. No more than 3 to 5. So that's pretty strong, right? Also, we are also protecting your social media accounts. So for those that are working for an employer, I don't know if you know, but many employers are looking at your social media. If something you do violates the company's policies, they can fire you. All right, I work for a Fortune 50 company. I know about it. It has happened to coworkers that I've worked with. All right, so we are able to check those things out, see, and let you know and say, hey, you might want to take this off before it becomes a really big issue. We also do sex offender monitoring as well. So if you're traveling to a particular area or location, or you might be doing a vacation or things like that, or considering purchasing a home, you're able to look at the address. It gives you within a 2 to 3 mile radius any of the sex offenders that might be there, and gives you their name, gives you their phone number, not phone number, gives you a name, their address, and even a picture if their picture is registered. On top of that, Legal Shield, we do this thing called put our money where our mouth is. What do I mean by that? If your identity does get compromised and you're a Legal Shield member with our ID Shield plan protection together, Legal Shield and ID Shield together will invest up to $3 million to restore you back to pre-theft status. I think that is definitely very, very solid. All right, what does it take to do this? Individual plan for ID Shield is $20 a month for those that have families. You might not have 5 children, but you might have more than one. Or a spouse. Family plan is only $35 a month. And when I looked at that, I said, wow, this makes sense. One more activity for me. Can all of you guys just put your hands up? 5 hands up. All right. How many of you have auto insurance? If you drive, right? We have auto insurance. We have homeowners insurance too, right? We own a home, or if we rent, you have renter's insurance, correct? And then also we have medical or health insurance typically. And then lastly, we have life insurance. Is that true? Mm-hmm. All right. So keep your 5 hands up. All right, what I want you to do for me real quick, take your pinky, try to touch all 5 fingers and tell me how easy that is. A little weird, a little hard, right? Now take the index finger, try and touch all 5. It's still, to get to that pinky might take me a little bit, right? Now what I want you to do is this, take your thumb and see how easy it is to touch all fingers. When you think about your coverage and protection, if your auto insurance gives you an issue, if your homeowner's insurance gives you an issue, if your medical insurance gives you an issue, if your life insurance gives you an issue, what can you now do? You've got Legal Shield and ID Shield that's protecting you all day long. How does that sound? Is that pretty solid? Y'all like, man, that's a good illustration. Okay, so here's my thing, okay? All right, if you're going to copy me, my whole thing is this, copy it right. That's my copyright policy, okay? So if you're not going to copy it right, leave it alone, okay? But as long as you copy it right, we're good to go, okay? And then also my policy is this, give me the credit one time, Okay? The second time you say, a really good man once told me. And then the third time it's all yours, okay? So do whatever you want to do with that. All right, also, I don't know for business owner if you know this piece is here, but there is a Fair and Accurate Credit Transactions Act that is saying that employers must implement reasonable security measures to protect their employee personal information and also notify if there's any data breaches. If you don't have this in place as an employer and a business owner, you can be sued and fined up to $1,000 per employee you have. When you have this with ID Shield, you're able to safeguard your employees' information. So that's a great, great thing. So that's another good ad for those that are business owners, just to consider protecting yourself and protecting your business. Also, just because you are a Legal Shield or ID Shield member, you now also get access to what we call member perks. It's not always about how much you can make, but it's also about how much you can save. And so with our member perks portal, because we have 4.5 million lives that we're protecting, you're able to get discounts off of things that you already regularly buy. We work with over 450 retailers to be able to give you those kind of discounts. We had a gentleman that purchased a car, and he saved $7,000 off the purchase of that vehicle just because he had member perks. When I heard about that, I said, you know, I got 5 children, I need me a car. Let me go ahead and use that member perks. All right, so it's really great. Everybody, so far from what you've heard, is this an idea worth sharing, yes or yes?
Yes.
All right, if it is, please help us with spreading the word. And we're about to show you the wheel of opportunity that's available here with us with Legal Shield. So I talked to you about Legal Shield, talked to you about ID Shield, talked to you about the small business, but we also do employee group benefits. So the same way that we do it that you do it for health insurance and things like that, or other voluntary benefits, we have a voluntary benefit with Legal Shield and ID Shield that gives it to your employees at a discounted rate. Also, if you're in the CDL space, we have policies to help those with CDLs. If you're in rideshare, we have a policy to help you there. If you are also a gun owner, we have a policy to be able to protect you and with that as well if you're a gun owner. So we have an entire wheel of opportunity. Let me ask you this question here right now. We're in a work from anywhere revolution. How many of us believe that COVID changed the world?
Yeah.
Right? So people are really looking for more income, more time, more flexibility. And how many of you guys remember earlier that the government also went through some major issues with furloughs, right? And before, I remember also that if you got a job, right, get a good job, we were told to do that, go to school. That's what, I'm African, okay, so I was born in Nigeria, okay, so hey, Africans. Go ahead, tell your friends, I'm not going to school. Shut up, you're good. Right, we're told, go to school, right, get a good job, right, and then try to get a job with the government because you'll be set for life. But we found out that recently that has changed, right? So people are looking for the more income, more time, more flexibility, more independence. It's really important to have a backup plan. 3 forms of income, ladies and gentlemen. Linear income. Everybody say, I work.
I work.
I get paid.
I get paid.
Leverage income. This one I liked. Others work.
Others
Still
work.
I get paid.
That's what I get paid.
That's good right there. And then there is residual income. Did anybody ever watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in West Philadelphia. I was born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days chilling out, matching every upside. Will Smith, right? That show went on for, I believe it was 8 seasons. To this day, Will Smith makes $2.5 million every year. Off of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So what's residential? That thing that you do one time and you get paid. I'm sorry, residual is that thing you do one time and you get paid for it over and over and over again. And we have the ability to earn all 3 with Legal Shield. And the great thing about this is it doesn't matter what your background is. As you see here, you have folks that were in real estate, retail, students, healthcare, sales, business, etc. Each of them have done extremely well in this industry. So it doesn't matter what your background is. Can I ask you, how many of you brought somebody with you? Who came with you today? Somebody came with you. Who came with you today? Who brought somebody today? Okay. Young man, you came here, right? Who brought you here? Mr. Rodney. Okay. So, Mr. Rodney brought you here, right? He invited you, right? Or brought you, or dragged you, or however way it went, I don't know, okay? But, has Mr. Rodney said anything since I started this presentation? Lord have mercy. But Mr. Rodney, if you got the service, guess who gets paid? Say Mr. Rodney. Mr. Rodney get paid for a presentation he didn't do. Somebody say violation.
Violation.
Right? How many of you know how to invite people to come and just watch and see something? All of us know how to do that, right?
Yes.
So if you're able to do that, you can be earning great income with this company. So we have over 300 people that are what we call Millionaire Club members. What does that mean? They've had over $1 million or more, over $1 million directly deposited into their bank accounts. What? Does anybody work for an employer? Like you actually? Yeah. How many employees can boast that there's 300 millionaires in their company?
Oh, no.
Not too many. I knew who the millionaire was in Comcast. I never met him. He never called me. Didn't send me no video. Nothing. Right? So we got over 300 millionaires that are here in Legal Shield, over 400 that are earning six figures in our company, and over 30,000 associates that are earning residual income. That's awesome. And we have paid out in the last 8 years over $1 billion into people's bank accounts. Not $1 billion in sales, $1 billion directly deposited inside people's bank accounts, which I think is awesome. How does the pay work here with this company? All right, every one of us, we all start off as an associate. So, my friend, we start off as an associate, right? So let's say you were him today, okay? So he bought somebody, right? We start off as an associate. You go ahead, you get the service. You say, you know what, I love the preferred plan, and I also want to take care of this for me and my family. So you're going to get the Legal Shield and the ID Shield plan. You're paying Legal Shield $74.90. Legal Shield is paying you $82 every time that happens. Somebody say, wow.
Wow.
So hold on, wait. I'm paying Legal Shield $74.90, but Legal Shield is paying me $82. When I saw that, I said, before they forget what they're doing, let me go ahead and start making some money with this company. Right? So from associate, it's really easy to get up to executive director. Well, let me not say it's really easy. It's possible. It's possible, okay?
Yeah.
If you follow the system, let the system work for you, and you put in the work, it's possible. Do you know this man here, Mr. Phil, he brought me in on this company. And I just asked him, I said, show me how to make money here. He told me exactly what to do. I listened to him and I blew out his throat. I made this man do presentations on one time until 1 o'clock in the morning. Until 1 o'clock in the morning, one time, he was finishing the presentation for me because we were real close to getting to executive director. And at 1 a.m. in the morning, I got to executive director in 90 days.
Ooh.
All I did was invite people to come and see. Invite people, let them come and see, okay? So as you come up, right, you can become an executive director. And when other folks in your team are also doing the same thing, and they're inviting people, and people are going ahead and they're getting the service, you're getting paid what we call overrides. That's that leverage income I'm talking about. The first time this happened to me in Legal Shield, and I saw a deposit coming for something I didn't do, I said, I like this. All right, so I'm a pastor, so you know pastors, we sweat. Sorry, I need to get me a little bit tried off. All right, so every time that this is happening, and you as an executive director, one of your associates is going ahead and they're getting someone signed up, or you're helping them get signed up, you're being paid $345 every time that's happening. When they get the Legal Shield plan, the ID Shield plan. I think that's pretty solid and pretty good, right? Now, what happens if 10 people do that? How much am I making? $3,450. That's awesome. Now, what about business owners? What about business owners? If I marketed the Pro Plan and the Trial Defense, right, I'm not making that 3,000 thing anymore. I'm not making 8,490. So do you see how the potential of the income potential that's here with this company? So I know for me, if I'm protecting 10 businesses a month, Comcast, who are you? Yeah, right? So how do we earn $1,000? Would anybody like to make $1,000 in 1 week? Okay. So here's exactly how you make $1,000 this week if you want to, or in the next 70 days, however you want to look at it. All right, so 3 people get the $74.90 plan, which is the Legal Shield Preferred and the ID Shield Family Plan. And you get one person to go ahead and say, you know what, the same way you invited me here, I can invite someone else. Let me go ahead and sign up and do this business. So you get one person that joins in as an associate, that you have now become a senior associate, and you've also fast start qualified with a bonus of $200 and $246. You made $446. Now on top of that as well, okay, you get 2 more associates on your team, right? And you do two more 72, it should be 74.90, two more 74.90 plans. You're making an extra 206 plus your advance to manager bonus because you became a manager in your first week. If you can do this in your first 45 days, we give people 45 days, but we have this saying that says you can do this in 4 to 5 days. Can I give you guys a quick example real quick? All right. Are you okay with me, sister, using you real quick, Miss Vanessa? I met you for the first time when?
Last Monday.
On this past Monday. Miss Vanessa, did you show up today?
Yes,
Did you bring a guest with you?
yes.
Clap it up for her. A guest goes ahead, they see this, they say, you know what, this service makes sense, let me go ahead and protect me and my family. You know what? She's well on her way to making $1,000. So if you're able to do this, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, you made $1,052 in 1 week. Is that cool or cool?
Cool.
Is this a good breakdown for you so you can see exactly what's needed? Good. All right, okay, let's keep it moving here. All right, so basically enroll 5 customers with the combo package, the 3 of them is subscriptions. That's how you do this. All right, y'all see this wonderful family here. All right, so I told you I'm from Nigeria. When I started with this with Legal Shield, I saw how I became an executive director, and then I talked with Phil, and I said, Phil, I want to see if I can make the income to send my entire family to Nigeria and make the income through Legal Shield on Legal Shield's dad. Because I said to myself, Comcast ain't gonna pay me that, right? So he said, all right, let's get to work. We got to work, ladies and gentlemen. Last year, my entire family of 5 at the time, we were able to travel to Nigeria, all on the income I made with Legal Shield.
Woo.
My little children, my 3 children there, they were able to meet their great-grandmother, and that's her. They were able to meet their great-grandmother in person for the first time. Because she couldn't travel, she couldn't come, she's 90-something years old. 92 years old. And the reason why I show you this picture is this. 2 months later, she died.
Wow.
Had I not taken this seriously, my children would have never met their great-grandmother. Ever. And so I've seen what this can really do. I believe what it can do, and I love the service, and that's why I'm so passionate about it. Is that cool?
Cool.
All right. So if you can protect 4 families a month with a $74.90 membership, you're making anywhere between $328 to $1,700 a month. And then also, if you can teach 25 people to do the same thing, congratulations, you're earning 6 figures in this income in this company, and I think that that's pretty cool. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Okay. Also, we reward consistency. Everybody say consistency. Consistency. All right. What we want you to do is protect 3 to 4 families a month. Just do that. 3 to 4 families a month. If you're consistent with that, you now qualify for what we call our Performance Club trips. All right, and next year we're going to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Right, so with that, you go and you take a +1. All you gotta do is get to the airport, that's it. We take care of your airfare, we take care of your food, we take care of your drinks, we take care of your hotel, your lodging, all those pieces. We don't even let you tip. Somebody say, what?
What?
Yeah, right, we don't even let you tip, right? So when I saw that, I said, I'm coming!
Let's go.
All right, what does it take to do this business? One-time investment of $99. Oh my gosh. Has anybody ever started a business before? Has anybody ever started a business before?
Yeah.
Did you pay only $100?
No.
Nah. When I saw this, I said, stop playing. I said, Phil, stop playing. I said, stop playing.
Yeah.
If you have a problem with spending $100 to start a business, you are not a business owner. You do that. All right. So when I saw this, I said, come on, let's go ahead. Let's get this thing started, okay? So it's a one-time investment of $99. And then your monthly overhead is $24.95. What does that cover? It covers your website. It covers your access to your CRM tool through an app called Prospect by Legal Shield, which is awesome. You're able to send people videos, PDFs, images, things like that, and then it also notifies you when they view it. So it's an excellent tool, and all that just for $24.95 a month. I think that's awesome, and it also qualifies you for the bonuses that we mentioned earlier. All right, and then more. All right, so what do we want from people? We really want you to say, if you've seen this service and you say this service makes sense, we want you to be able to protect yourself. So whoever invited you and brought you on here tonight, you want to thank them. Because they cared enough for you to say, you know what, I really want you to watch this because I care about you. So good job, Mr. Amanda. I heard you say thank you. Well done, son. All right, so we want you to protect yourself, protect your family, protect your business. And then if you see the opportunity and you say, you know what, I think I can do this. We'd love for you to go ahead and join in on this opportunity that's available with us here with Legal Shield, okay? All right, time is everything, ladies and gentlemen. Life insurance, billion-dollar industry, auto insurance, billion-dollar industry, health insurance, billion-dollar industry. What we're doing with Legal Shield is unmatched. It's unmatched. We're throughout the United States, we're in Canada, and we're about to be in Puerto Rico. Nobody has a service anything or anywhere like this. Legal is next. We are only at a 3% market penetration. What does that mean? Of 100 people that we talk to, 97 of them have never heard about Legal Shield before. So when you think about that, it's not a saturated market at all. We have, the ponderosa is huge. So timing is really everything, okay? So what do we want? We want folks to become a member, become an associate, get trained, and get paid. All right, so what will you be doing? Invite people out next week, all right? I think that this is awesome. And by the way, can y'all just give it up for Mr. Johnny Jones and his team? So, when I came in here, because I'm over the Baltimore team, I came in here, I said, what kind of bougiology is going on here? Y'all are spoiled. Y'all are spoiled. Even this room, I'm like, what? I got mad, that projector's already there. Violation, I got a bigger projector in Baltimore. But he is so passionate. He's always working on seeing how can he bring in new speakers to bring in some great content that's a blessing to you all. And Mr. Johnny Jones and your team, you guys are doing a phenomenal job. So, plug into a system that's working, guys. You can invite folks, they can come out next week, Thursday, and have a great presenter that will also be here to be able to tell them a little bit more. Have we done well okay tonight?
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude the presentation, so I thank you for your time. I believe we're going to do some mingling now, and then in a few minutes or so, I'm going to do a training. And my training is this. It's on how to send messages that convert and social media made easy. So if that sounds intriguing, because I promise you it is, you might want to stay out for the training, and we're going to be able to train our associates that we can continue to build our business and do a great job. So ladies and gentlemen, I thank you. Do I give it to you now, Mr. Johnny?
Sure.
Okay. Y'all give it up for Mr. Johnny Jones.
You got 10 minutes for guests. You can circle up and get your questions in.